There we go. All right.
Hi.
So, I have to tell you, before I even get into the greetings on this, the last 3 messages have all been about PVDonuts. So, I will try to get to everybody. I will try my best. But, Lori, thank you for coming.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So, I have to first question, before we even open the box and give everybody this glaring thing they're all day to see, your titles, self-imposed? Did you come up with your title?
The name of PVDonuts.
No. Your title. You're the head donut.
Oh yes, I'm the head donut lady, fryer, Renaissance baker. I guess you could just call me. If needed, I do everything. So yeah.
Awesome. So we're gonna a ton of things, but Lori's also participating in Sucre. So we've got all 3 today that are involved in the event. And you did it in February as well, right?
Yes, we did the Valentine's Day one in February.
Did the Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So between all of 3 of these guys, all of them have something different they're going to be doing there. And I don't know if I'll get any of them to give away exact secrets, but I will do my best to try. But I have to say, we've got to open the docs because, look at, PVDonuts, people there's like a gold mine on these things. So what do we have in here?
So today we just kind of have an assortment of donuts. We're actually testing some really fun donuts for next month, which I would love to get your feedback on.
Absolutely.
We're testing French crullers.
French?
So yeah, we're really, really excited about this. So we have a few.
I'm gonna hold this up. This is just, look at this.
We have a few samples right here, and then we have 2 of our signature cake donuts, an old-fashioned donut, and a brioche-style donut, all different flavors.
What is this one in the front?
Oreo, chocolate Oreo.
Oh my God, it's huge. It's massive.
Yeah.
All right, and this one in the back?
That one's a cereal milk, and then we have a chocolate dip, which is just our classic cake, and a chocolate ganache. And we have our zebra cake, which is kind of like a play of a childhood treat. So we cut the old-fashioned in half, put some Swiss buttercream on top, and drizzle it with chocolate.
Yeah, Tony, can you see all those? That's unbelievable. Okay, yep. I just gained 5 pounds just looking at this.
Drinking,
but that's okay.
eating, it's all perfect.
Completely okay with that. So this is the cooler in the back.
Yeah, so
right.
this is our second batch, and it's almost like a pat a choux. It's really, really freaking good. I had enough of them today. And handed them out to everybody. So.
Oh no, you don't want to serve these to anybody.
Just keep them for yourself.
Yep. Sorry, I'm not waiting in line. Okay, so let's talk about where the concept. This is a big question out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep eating this.
Of course.
Where the concept for PVDonuts come from?
It's actually kind of a funny story, and I'll be just completely honest about it because I feel like that's the best way
Absolutely.
to be. So my husband and I, whenever we would travel, we would always try to find the most fun and creative donut shops wherever we were. And coming back to Providence, there was nothing really like that. And I just remember the first night we were really talking about it. We were over a campfire with friends, drinking, and we just thought it would be super, almost like the idea was just too easy. Like, we should just open up a donut shop. Not knowing how hard, opening a business really is. But like at the time, we're like, easy. And that's when my husband came up with the name. We should just call it PVDonuts. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good idea.
See,
so
I am
super
not the
easy.
only one that has ideas while drinking. See,
Yeah,
I'm not the only one that's out there. See.
So it's like the beginning. It was the concept was very kind of straightforward. PVDonuts, keeping it local, and we were with our friends. So I think the whole idea of PVDonuts really kind of showed what it was like that night, or what it was going to be like.
I think that's an awesome way to come up with a concept. I encourage more people to do that type of thing, to come up with a concept. So, location-wise, how did you decide to be in that part of Providence?
So location for us was really, we really wanted to be on the east side. My husband grew up on the east side, his family grew up in the east side, and it was just a very upcoming area. It took us a while. I'm gonna say it took us a while to get to where we are now, but it felt like a long time. It just compacted into like 4 months that it all happened.
By the time you got it all created.
By the time we got, when we first were at Hope and Main to when we moved to Sin, and then by the time we got to our space, it was like a 4-month period when the goal was to have like wholesale for 6 months. So everything just got compacted.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a crazy few months, but wouldn't have it any other way.
So when you were at the other spaces, so when you were at Hope and Main, was
Yes.
that sales to the public as well then?
Hope and Main was just for wholesale.
Just for wholesale?
Yeah.
And then the same thing when you were at Sin?
Sin, we were able to rent retail space from her. So we were there for, I think, like 2 months.
So you and Jennifer had a collaboration already?
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. I used to intern and work for her, so she like approached us saying like she has this resale space and she would love to share it. So and it was really great for us to kind of get an idea of what it would be like having our own space.
Really? And and that's thankful to her to be able to provide that opportunity for
and it was like, and then my husband would literally just drive around Providence looking for sale or for rent signs, and that's how we found the space we're at now.
And you went to school at?
Johnson Wells. Yeah.
JW alumni, very happy about that. Like to see us all succeeding and doing well. So, did your husband go to Johnson Wells too?
Sorry? Oh, no. Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, for business.
That's all right.
For business, yeah.
That's okay. This business side is still there. You know, the whole area always gets all the credit. You know,
all the business is all him.
All right, awesome. See?
Yeah.
You get along with him good. All right, so coolers are good. You can market them, but, call me before they go out.
I'll let you know when they're on the menu.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're super light and really, really good.
When do you expect to put them out?
Next month.
Next month. All right,
Next
so
month,
one news
September.
item there. We're going to get more out of it. One news item. All right.
We're just so excited. I can't hold it in.
That's awesome. So let's go back just a little bit and talk about Sucre.
Yeah.
So you did this in February.
Yes.
The one was the first one that Melissa came up with that it was around Valentine's Day, they said. So what was your feedback and thoughts after you guys collaborated to that? So obviously you guys have got this relationship you already have with Jennifer from Sin, Melissa, you know her.
I used to actually work at Ellie's too.
You did?
Yeah.
But that's typical in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I just work everywhere.
But,
everyone works everywhere.
Right, but it's fantastic that you keep the collaborations going on, and I think that I give all three of you a tremendous amount of credit for that, and Ellen, of course, for being the one that's the vision that helps push our visions forward. So when you did the first one, did you automatically think that, wow, this was a success, we got to do it again?
Oh, yeah, totally. And it was so much fun because when we initially got like the email and the invite, it's something so different.
Right.
Especially from coming from a donut shop to be part of a plated dessert evening. It was definitely out of our realm and out of our comfort zone, which is something that was so exciting for us. So the fact that we got invited again, we're super excited.
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, talking about that, and I call this segment called Starting with Dessert. This is dessert. No matter what time of the day you're eating it, this is dessert. And you've got people that are purchasing these things all day long, right?
Yeah.
What are the hours that you're open?
We're open from 8 to 4.
8 to 4. So 8 hours of donut buying over there. It's amazing.
Not a problem.
It's not a problem at all. So when you did the first one, what did you guys serve the first year? What did you have when you went there?
So the first event we did a trio of like donut holes with a clemage. It was like a honey theme. So we did a honey clemage. We did a creme brulee. Like a nice like sugar. It was really, really good. And we just like a trio of little donut holes with different sauces and components as our plated dessert. And we did like a savory donut hole for the past hors d'oeuvres. Almost like a fig and hazelnut. Yeah.
I'm going to need to be wheeled out of this event by the time it's over with everything, especially doing the cocktail and that. Oh my God. So the first one you had a blast of it. Those things everybody loved. It was a great exposure.
Yeah.
So this time going in, how many different things are you serving?
So this time we're serving 2 appetizers and a main. And I'm not gonna lie, we were super excited, but we were also really nervous because I feel like the first one, okay, like donut holes, we got this. And then the second round, you're like, what do you serve that's not just like a donut, on a plated dessert? So we came up with some really cool ideas for it, and we're really excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell us one thing that you're serving?
I can tell you what it's gonna be a play on.
Okay. Tell us
the main dessert will be a play on a millefeuille.
What is that?
You'll just have to Google it.
Oh my gosh!
You'll just have to figure it out.
Everything's a mystery with the 3 of these guys. I'm going to try and trip Jennifer up to get something out of it. I'm just telling you now. All right. So, the Sucre event again. Second participation, 3 items that you'll be having that are there. Okay, we're going to look that up on Google right after this to figure that out. But now let's go back to PVDonuts.
Yeah.
You guys found this great spot on the east side.
Yes.
Okay. I think that they need to build more sidewalks for you, more sidewalk space over there.
Yes.
So to do that, because you can't really put a queue on those sidewalks, it's a little challenging. But when you guys opened this craze, we'll call it a craze because I don't think it's a fad. I think it's more of a craze of people realizing how great these things are and the differences that can be made with them. Did you expect it to be this big?
No. No, I still don't. The fact that people are still like, we haven't gone a day without someone in line every morning.
Really?
So the fact that people still come every single morning and wait in line is kind of just still mind-blowing to me. I'm like, okay. Still like
what day are you going to get there? There's not going to be anything.
Oh my God. If the day no one shows up, I'm going to be so scared.
You got to give weather something.
I know.
Weather's So that spot that you chose turned out to be a perfect spot. People are finding it. They're over there. They're coming from all parts to get over there. And there's now been a few other places that have opened up that have kept the concept similar. I wouldn't say exactly the same, but similar that have gone there. So again, as I was talking to Ellen about, is that she's gone into spaces where Gracie's was, that there was a pub there before, you know,
Yeah.
it was like Players Corner Pub or something that was there. And never a real good restaurant in that part of downtown. And then the same thing when she went into the garage and now opened up a bakery
Yeah.
over there. You guys kind of took a space that didn't have this
Good.
kind of caliber thing over there.
Yeah.
So you not only took that space, but you created this almost renaissance in donut making, seriously, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because that now you've got people that are kind of, and not just in Rhode Island, that are following the same theme of you, that being,
Yeah.
that's got to be flattering.
Oh yeah, no, it's really really cool, especially because my husband and I, when we were starting, we were taking money from our own pockets, like from the beginning. We still do. So it's really awesome to see that like what we put our whole selves into it,
Right.
and how the reaction from other businesses, just the people, and it's really just great. It's really rewarding to see.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur is the greatest thing in the world, and you always feel like you're taking some type of money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
No
Oh
matter
yeah.
what. It's-
I maxed
no
it
matter-
out with so many credit cards.
Yeah,
It was
no
bad.
matter how
It was
successful
bad.
you get, you're gonna feel that way. But you have to. I mean, what you guys have done is amazing over there. The participation, the things that you're now doing in the community and partnering up on the Sucre
Yeah.
event and working with your other colleagues in the industry. You guys, all three of you deserve an immense amount of credit for that.
Thank you.
So now let's talk about the work behind this, because you got people that are showing up, standing in line,
Mhm.
getting lots of these donuts. I've
Yes.
seen people leaving there with multiple
Oh,
boxes
yeah.
coming
Yeah.
out
I'm like,
of
where are you
there.
going? I want to go.
So, but there's a time commitment, and you can only produce so much, right?
Yes.
To do this over
Yeah.
there. So, as you guys are going through that, and you know what your capacities and your things are, is there plans of you guys thinking about growing in the future?
I think I feel like you always have to have a plan to
Mhm.
grow. I mean, this time last year, it'll be in September that we're actually open a year in our space. And what we're making now compared to what we were making back then is just astronomical.
Right.
We're producing like holiday numbers every single day now. So I think alone, we've grown so much. As for like expanding and stuff, that's always in the back of our minds. But we like to be very cautious and take steps because we started the way we started. We were very cautious, just making sure that everything went as well as it could be.
So, Jason, I just asked that question, and you know what she's telling you? They are responsible entrepreneurs. That's
Yeah.
what she's trying to tell you. They're not going to grow and
Yeah.
hurt themselves.
Yeah.
So enjoy their success.
No, yeah, we do have a lot of ideas in mind though. So
Awesome. So speaking of ideas,
Yeah.
where do the ideas and thoughts come from to make these wonderful creations?
a lot of crazy things happen at 1:30 in the morning.
Is that when you're starting?
Yeah.
Is 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah. We come in at 1:30. We around the holidays we come in at like 11 midnight. But you're loopy, you're tired. A
You're
lot of weird conversations, like the '90s menu. That happened one morning when we were just listening to we were listening to the '90s station, and we were like, wouldn't it be cool? And that was pretty much how that
So you
happened.
got into the 90s. first.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's really fun because we have so many people, so many different backgrounds in the pastry world. We have plated desserts, we have vegan bakeries, like a lot of country clubs. So with all of us kind of joining forces, different flavor combinations that maybe one of us would never think of, and just crazy things
I
happen.
wouldn't have thought of half of these. A serious donut would not have been even anywhere near my mind. So it's collaboration, is what you're saying, from all of you guys.
Yeah, from all of us.
How big is your team now?
It's 12 people now.
12 people
Yeah.
in 1 year.
Yeah, this time last year I think it was just 4 or 5 of us.
So you should begin to thank
So-
the governor for creating jobs
Yeah,
over there too. See, Governor Armando? You got to thank them for creating jobs in the city as well, and good ones. They're making good things.
Yeah, delicious
All right.
things.
So now we've got that. So now, exciting stuff. You're talking about next month. Oh, somebody just asked me how you start opening. We'll get to that one, Sherry.
Okay.
All right. So you've got a year coming up in September.
Yes.
It's only a couple weeks away.
I know, yeah.
She's
Crazy.
like, oh.
It's crazy. No, we were actually, we closed at Sin this past weekend last year, and we reopened at the Ive Street location on September 14th. So that time period is when we did all of our renovations.
So it was like 2-3 week turnaround.
It was like, I think it was like a 40-day turnaround.
40-day
totals. Yeah, in total. So it's crazy to think about that.
That's a big turnaround.
Yeah.
So September then, 14th is the anniversary.
Yes, it'll be when we first opened.
So 1 year anniversary. Any surprises, good things to celebrate
Yeah.
for 1 year anniversary?
I feel like we have a lot of 1 year anniversaries. We like to celebrate a lot. I mean, any excuse to like pop open champagne at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's me.
So this year we will be doing our Dunkaroo donut holes. If you wish us a happy birthday that weekend, you'll get a free donut hole with our famous Dunkaroo filling.
So wait a minute. Somebody comes in and wishes you happy birthday.
Yes, you have to wish us a happy birthday.
They're going to get a free, what's this?
Donut hole,
A
like
donut.
filled with Dunkaroo
Oh,
frosting.
God.
And I don't know if anyone's tried it, but it's really good. It's really good.
If she says it's
every
good,
Thursday, I look forward to every Thursday because that's when we make them.
is every Thursday? you're
Every
doing this?
Thursday we make Dunkaroos.
So if she says it's good, then come on,
It's really
you
good.
know it's going to be good. So you have to say happy birthday, and that's
Yes.
that whole weekend.
It's the whole weekend, yeah.
All right, so now you just got big news.
Yeah.
Line up early. Can you like throw them to us from the street?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, oh
is
yeah,
there
we'll just
something
like donut holes.
No, do they get something special if they sing?
Oh, well, if you say it, I mean, I'll have to figure that out, but I'm not saying no.
There'd be some great videos
Yeah,
out of this.
yeah,
Think
that'd be
about the
awesome.
social media content
Yeah,
for
maybe,
it.
yeah, that's
That'd
not a
be
bad
awesome.
idea.
That is very cool news. I like to hear that. So that's going to be what they get for singing to you. Is going to be a new collection of donuts coming out?
So September, we come out with a new menu every single month, which is always super fun, keeping it interesting. Our next menu will be the greatest hits. So imagine like what your favorite donut was back in October. We're gonna do it that month. So every month we're gonna choose a favorite, one that sold the most, one that people loved, and it'll be on the menu.
So you're going to have 12.
We'll definitely have 12, and then probably throw in way more like extras.
Really?
We usually have like 16 or 17 in the menu.
So what have been, you don't have to give me all of them, but what would you say have been a couple of the most popular ones?
The PVD cream. People really loved that one. It's a take on a Boston cream, just with
Yep.
like coffee milk pastry cream inside.
I had that one
People-
brought to
people
me.
really
I have
loved
to say
it.
it was very good.
And this month we did a cinnamon bun one, and people love it. So we're probably gonna keep that.
Okay. I haven't had that,
That
one
one's
yet.
really
I will be
good.
stopping over. I've not had that one yet. And that one's to the end of the month, right? We're halfway
Yeah.
through the month. I got
Yeah.
we're about another week. Okay, I got time. So a cinnamon bun one, the PVD cream one.
Yeah,
okay.
those ones are probably gonna be on
Yeah,
there.
they sound more than good. All right, so we got awesome news from her, no doubt about it. There was one question that came in that I didn't get to ask you yet, but somebody asked, how did you guys get started at Hope in Maine? Was that something, because it was wholesale then, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in that?
So we did a lot of research as to how we wanted to start. We really wanted to be smart about starting, especially when we were using our own money. We didn't have any investors or anything, so we wanted to start. We didn't think it'd be the way it is now, I guess. So we thought wholesale would be a safe bet for like a year. After the first week, we outgrew the space and we had to find somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah, the fryer held like 9 donuts at a time, and we were doing like 22 dozen on a Saturday.
Wow.
So it was, and we were still all working full-time jobs, so it was hard, but totally worth it. So it was a really awesome process with Hope in Maine. They like let us know what licensing we needed to get. The kitchen was set up, so like it was super easy for us to start, because then when we started looking into our own space, we knew what the health department was looking for, what
Right.
licensing we needed. So we were there for only a month before we moved.
Really?
So wholesale, what we thought would be like a year, 6 months to a year of wholesale, ended up just being a few weeks.
So, but in that month, it sounds like what you just said, you learned a dramatic amount about the
Yeah.
license. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that space that they're providing over there. You definitely would endorse it, saying it's a great thing.
Oh, for
to be
sure.
involved in that
Yeah,
space.
it was really great to learn everything that I had no clue about.
Right.
So yeah, it was
No,
awesome.
and being an entrepreneur, those are tough things to learn because you feel like there's no one resource where you can get all the answers.
Yeah, there's not like a checklist of paper.
Not at all. It's something they need to work on.
Yeah.
I've said this many times over and over again. They need to work on that. But Hope in Maine does their best to pull it together. So
Yeah,
I think the
it was
fact
really
that-
great.
I think the fact that you guys found each other is awesome. Well, you have covered a lot of things for us. Thank you for giving us the
Awesome.
news. I expect people to be singing.
Yes.
I'll be reminding you before
We'll
that.
come up with something fun. If
Not
you
just
sing-
saying
if you
happy
sing to
birthday,
us-
sing, you know?
Dress up. We'll think of something
Dress
really
up.
fun.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Now
We'll
she's
think of- I
adding
know.
to it.
All these ideas are coming now.
This is what happens. It's now 1:30 in the morning. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. You guys have done a great thing of bringing it all together to do it, and thank you for bringing these
Awesome.
fantastic
Well,
donuts.
thanks
I
so
don't
much
know
for
if
having
any
me.
left by the time I get back
Yeah.
out there, but I'll let you bring those back
Okay,
out
awesome.
for me. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you coming.
Of course.
And I look forward to seeing you on Monday.